Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Is this game truly a worthy successor to its predecessors? Hello everybody, how's it going? It's your boy Neo Starling, and I'm here to give you all my definitive review for Shadow of the Tomb Raider. In order to give you an honest review, you first have to ask yourself, is this game more of the same, or did Shadow of the Tomb Raider do something different from the previous two titles in the series? Well, I would have to say, yeah, I think it did. Let's start with the story. Laura is once again destined to face off against the organization known as Trinity in a desperate attempt to save the world from a fate she herself bestowed upon it. This game's story isn't the most complex you'll find in an action-adventure / puzzle-solving game, but it certainly holds your interest from beginning to end, wondering what will happen next with all of the places you end up exploring, ranging from Mexico to Peru, with believable voice acting and the interesting character interactions. You truly feel the connection these characters have with each other. Although there were moments where I felt that Laura can be a bit cold-hearted and irrational, you get the feeling that she really wants to help, and that becomes apparent as the game progresses. I wouldn't dare spoil the awesomeness you will experience while uncovering all of the mysteries this game has to offer, so I won't. Laura has certainly come a long way after the events of the first game, in which she was forced to evolve in order to survive for what seemed like insurmountable odds. She goes from a shy, inexperienced young woman to a battle-hardened adventurer with nothing but her wits and guile to see her through all of the trials she was forced to endure. And it certainly shows here, because Laura is definitely an apex predator, akin to Batman from the Arkham games. Her stealth abilities work in a variety of ways, like having the ability to cover yourself with mud and hide next to mud walls, giving you a wider range when it comes to taking down your opponents. Her brutal execution of her adversaries with extremely satisfying headshots has shown that Laura is a very competent combatant. You get a few guns in the game, but I found myself relying heavily on her iconic bow because I prefer the stealth approach to combat. But the rest of her armaments, along with the environmental hazards, give you different methods of obliterating her enemies. This game looks amazing. Now, I know that might be an oversimplification, but the amount of time and detail put into the environments truly shows. From the breathtaking open skies to the light reflecting off the water, and even the smaller details like hearing the animals rummaging through the bushes give you a true feeling of immersion. Laura even fixes her hair when exiting the water. If that isn't attention to detail, then I don't know what is. The hub system is great. I found myself exploring every corner wondering what I might find because the world looks so fully realized, with villagers walking around living their day-to-day lives, along with the accompanying music, really makes the town seem authentic and full of life. This campaign can easily be stretched out to 30+ hours if you take your time exploring, doing the side missions, and of course, the famous tombs, which really add another dimension to the game. These tombs are great for finding additional items that help you upgrade Laura, so I highly suggest doing so. If you've played the previous games, then you'll feel right at home with the control system. Although they did feel a tad off in the beginning, it starts to make sense the more you play and explore your environments. I didn't have any real problems getting the hang of them. I guess my only real request would have been the addition of a quick turn feature. Although many of you might be thinking it doesn't matter because you have 2 analog sticks to properly maneuver Laura around with. During gunfights, a quick turn would certainly be a lifesaver in this situation. It's more of a nitpick for me than anything else. Otherwise, this game has pretty solid controls. This becomes evident when what I call disaster sequences occur. You'll be minding your own business, collecting materials for crafting, and then suddenly you're thrusted into these crazy action scenes where what might have seemed like loose controls suddenly blend together to help Laura escape her impending doom. Shadow of the Tomb Raider has a very good upgrade system, akin to most modern-day role-playing games. There are 3 separate categories in which you can utilize your experience points in order to upgrade Laura's skill set. These categories are color-coordinated and very easy to follow, giving you complete freedom based off of your playstyle. I personally recommend upgrading her physical abilities. Searching the tombs scattered around the world and completing them will automatically unlock certain abilities on your skill tree, which will be needed in order to progress certain skills even further. So remember when I said do the tombs? Well, now you know why. I personally loved the experience I had with this game and would continue to support future installments. If you're looking for a game where you can lose yourself for several hours and feel like you truly gained value from it, then Shadow of the Tomb Raider is a must own. I just wanted to give a special thanks to the Shaw Report for providing a copy of this game, and if you want to see what else they're working on, you can find them on SoundCloud. Look up Shaw Report. I will also be providing his info in the description below. As for me, if you're feeling this and would like to see me create more content like this in the future, then please help your boy out by hitting that like and subscribe button. It really helps out. Thank you all again. You guys are awesome, and don't ever let anyone tell you different. Signing off.